He's one of the greatest boxers, if not the greatest boxer in history. He's absolutely sensational. But he retired years ago, and for me personally, I know these exhibition matches are entertaining. I like the one with Conor McGregor, not so much the one with Logan Paul. I just see some of these things, and this is just my personal feeling. This is not a movie. This is not Rocky 3, where Rocky is going against Thunderbolt, who that was his name, or Hulk Hogan, okay?
Floyd is not interested in boxing anymore.
Okay.
So he's interested in cashing in on events.
Before he wants an exhibition with me, but I disagree, and I want to fight with exhibition with him. I want to fight a real fight like this. So this is it. This is what I'm.
Outspoken analysts Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman reignited controversy by criticizing Floyd Mayweather Jr. over the potential rematch with Manny Pacquiao. The debate intensified after Mayweather publicly described the bout as merely an exhibition, despite reports suggesting that contracts had been signed for an official fight. Stephen A. Smith believes Mayweather may be intentionally creating confusion, using psychological tactics to stir attention and control the narrative. He implied that this could be a calculated move, suggesting, "I know you like to make money, you're never..."
I know you like to make money. You're never going to stop making money. Very, very few people on the planet know how to make money like you know how to make money. But some of this stuff has got to stop.
Similar to Stephen A. Smith, many analysts believe that Floyd Mayweather Jr. describing the rematch with Manny Pacquiao as an exhibition may be a calculated strategy rather than genuine confusion or a slip. By presenting the fight in a controversial or provocative way, he could be intentionally generating buzz and sparking debate to draw more attention and interest to the bout.
I think that this is just a selling point. I think ultimately Mayweather has to agree to whatever the contract is. If it's a fight, I think one of the comments the other day really made a point that, one of the comments in our chat made a point that, has really stuck with me. Mayweather has to know the terms he agreed to. Come on, I mean, you can't just sign something and not know those terms. He's got to know that if it is, in fact, it has to be a fight, then he would do this. And he knows he's got to go through with a fight. He may just be saying this just to sell the fight in general, just to sell it as, make it a talking point, make it a controversial point, so that people want to wind up, talking about it more. It becomes a topic of discussion, and then from that perspective, people end up watching. More people end up watching it because it becomes more of a polarizing topic of conversation. So I don't know. I see this eventually getting straightened out. I think it has to. I mean, Floyd has to fight right now. I think Mayweather probably wants to fight right now. I mean, Mayweather wants to fight and probably has to fight right now, and Pacquiao seems to want to and have to as well. So in one way or another, I think this is going to get straightened.
The controversy erupted when Floyd Mayweather Jr. publicly labeled the rematch as an exhibition, contradicting not only Manny Pacquiao's statements but also the expectations of promoters, broadcasters, and key stakeholders involved in organizing the event. This abrupt shift in narrative immediately raised red flags.
Manny, by chance, did you see what Floyd said? I think he's saying that he feels it's an exhibition and not a real fight.
Is that what he's feeling? But he signed a real fight.
So it's for sure.
Yes, the contract that we signed is a real fight.
Real fight, okay. Yeah, because I know he said...
I wouldn't fight an exhibition.
No exhibition. It's either real fight or nothing.
Yeah, it's a real fight, yeah.
Is Spears still in Las Vegas?
That's the contract that he signed. I mean.
Okay, so it's still happening then?
He has to remember that.
But it's still on? It's still happening?
Oh yeah, we did sign the contract already, so... There's no reason why,
Why wouldn't?
Why wouldn't,
yeah. All right. Look good. You look already in shape. What adjustments do you think you're gonna make for the rematch? Adjustments compared to the first fight?
I have the improved and better strategy compared to the last one.
Manny Pacquiao Promotions has accused Floyd Mayweather Jr. of breaching the agreement, claiming he signed multiple contracts confirming the bout as a professional fight. According to their statements, there is documented proof to support this, including digital signatures and formal records.
Has been a breach of contract in terms of what Mayweather had to say the fight weekend of Fundora and Thurman. Apparently he did an interview said that it was an exhibition, that these guys didn't have anything to prove, that their legends were already set in stone, and that it would be an exhibition. He wasn't sure if it was going to be at the Sphere. Apparently, that is not true. According to a Boxing Scene article that interviewed Jaz Mathur, the CEO of Manny Pacquiao Promotions, said that, yes, the fight is contracted for the Sphere, booked at the Sphere, scheduled at the Sphere for September 19th. It is booked as a professional fight, not as an exhibition. It was never booked as an exhibition, which makes sense because Netflix got behind it, and I would assume that they would not want an exhibition. We said the other day, I think it was actually yesterday, we said that this fight has to be a real fight and not an exhibition because, one, Netflix is involved, two, Manny Pacquiao wants that get back, and two, also just betting lines. It's a huge aspect of this sport, and this kind of fight is going to generate a ton.
Max Kellerman confidently argues that in a rematch, Manny Pacquiao would stop Floyd Mayweather Jr. with relative ease. He points to Pacquiao's greater activity in recent years, along with his sharper combinations and relentless pace, suggesting those advantages could overwhelm Mayweather.
Pacquiao is the active, sharper fighter by the time he fights Floyd in a rematch, and Floyd would be in danger of being stopped. And in that fight, there is a very good chance that Pacquiao will stop Floyd Mayweather.
What?
Manny Pacquiao has consistently pushed for an official rematch, firmly rejecting the idea of any exhibition-style bout. He insists that the fight must be sanctioned as a legitimate professional contest rather than a staged event. This position directly conflicts with the reported stance of Floyd Mayweather Jr., making it increasingly unlikely that the bout will proceed under exhibition rules or without a clearly agreed competitive contract between both sides.
It's up to him. If he come out to retirement, then we'll have a Mayweather Pacquiao too.
Would you do an exhibition with him, or would you potentially entertain an exhibition with someone like maybe a Conor McGregor?
No, I don't like exhibition. Like I want if Mayweather is my opponent, I don't like exhibition. Like I want fight. Like there's a
Reports indicate that Floyd Mayweather Jr. may have received advance payments tied to an agreement for a professional fight with Manny Pacquiao. These funds were allegedly based on the bout being officially sanctioned, raising questions about whether any change in the fight's classification could potentially conflict with the original contractual terms. Mayweather has already reportedly taken a cash advance connected to the deal, adding further complexity to the situation and fueling ongoing speculation about the fight's final status.
Has already taken a cash advance payment of his purse for the upcoming Manny Pacquiao rematch on Netflix, despite it currently being in jeopardy. I don't even know how that's possible. Who gave him a cash advance before they even got to the fight? I understand like paying some up front to secure the fight, but paying everything? Maybe it's not what it is. Maybe the cash advance is like partially, but still, what? So if this is to be believed, and this is via ESPN, this is not, random Twitter person reporting this. I think Mike Coppinger also reported the same thing. If this is to be believed, Floyd took a cash advance and then undermined the promotion of his own fight to try to protect his 50-0 record and still make a...
Stephen A. Smith has been openly critical of Floyd Mayweather Jr., questioning the level of opposition the undefeated champion has chosen in recent years. He argues that when a fighter reaches elite status, not every opponent is automatically deserving of sharing the ring with them, emphasizing the importance of maintaining high standards of competition.
You're that great and you're that elite. No one not just anyone deserves to be in a ring with you, even if you are retired, even if it is for exhibition purposes. A lot of people out there wish they could be in the ring, on a basketball court with a LeBron James. All right? You don't deserve it. You're not him. You're not on his level. He's so elite. He's so phenomenal. You don't deserve to be in that arena with him unless you've earned it. So that's just how I look at it. These exhibitions and all of that stuff, that little melee and stuff don't matter to me. As far as I'm concerned, it could have potentially been orchestrated. I don't know. But I do know not just anybody should be allowed to be in the ring with Floyd Money Mayweather.
Max Kellerman argues that Floyd Mayweather Jr. has effectively mastered a strategy of taking lucrative, low-risk bouts against YouTubers and UFC fighters who are not elite boxers. According to this view, it allows Mayweather to secure massive paydays while avoiding the risks associated with facing top-level professional boxing competition in the modern era.
Floyd was like, well, actually, from the fighter's point of view, my best interest is take minimal risk, maximum reward, not get hit, get out with all my money and all my marbles, right? Like, that's in the fighter's best interest. Fighters and fans' interest diametrically opposed. And so what Floyd figured out after a while, for example, with Pacquiao, Stephen A., is I don't have to fight this dude at the height of his powers. I can wait. Okay, I'll fight him now. Now there's pent-up demand. I got to make 5 times more than I would have made back then to fight a guy who's not as dangerous as he was back then. That's smart. And then what he realized is, wait a minute, because Conor McGregor's rise, I don't even have to fight fighters, boxers. I can fight dudes who don't box and make $100 million. Now, what fool wouldn't do that if he could? Why fight a guy who's trained his whole life to box you for $30 million when you can fight a guy who hasn't trained his whole life boxing for $100 million? Well, of course, Floyd's right about that, so that's what he did. And since then, he's realized, Stephen A., he never has to get in the ring with a dude who's trained his whole life to box and he can make money. Whether it's a Japanese kickboxer, right, who's smaller than him, whether it's Logan Paul, who's a YouTube star who's twice his size, it doesn't matter. If you haven't trained in boxing your whole life, it's easy work for Floyd at any age, and he's going to make tens and tens of millions of dollars.
Adding another layer to the controversy is Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s continued involvement in exhibition bouts against non-boxers and crossover athletes. There have also been claims that some of his planned exhibition events, including a rumored matchup with kickboxer Mike Zambides, could potentially conflict with the terms of his reported agreement connected to the bout with Manny Pacquiao, raising further questions about possible contractual violations.
It would be one of the most detrimental moments in Floyd Mayweather's career. Floyd Mayweather is back. Iron Mike Zambides is actually from K1. And this dude was a monster. From the highlights I've seen, he would walk up to you, fire off combinations, and send your chin into the 4th dimension. Here's the only problem. His last fight was 10 years ago. So I don't expect Zambides to, put on a masterful performance against Mayweather and beat him. But I also don't expect Mayweather to do a lot of damage to Zambides. Mayweather's 48 years old. Mike Zambides is 45 years old. If Mike Zambides comes in and he's got that, quick style where he can just unload pressure on Floyd Mayweather, again, this could be a huge moment for Zambides and a detrimental moment for Mayweather. So, what do you think of Floyd Money Mayweather versus Iron Mike Zambides?
Jazz Mather has stated that the rematch between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao remains on track as a fully sanctioned professional fight, describing it as explosive, competitive, and globally significant despite both fighters' giant terms of demand versus expectations. A matchup like this would almost certainly generate massive initial interest. The history between Mayweather and Pacquiao, combined with their global fan bases, guarantees strong early buzz, huge media coverage, and major pay-per-view curiosity. However, whether demand fully matches the highest expectations depends on a few factors. If it's presented as a legitimate, competitive professional bout, interest will likely stay very high right up to fight night. But if there is confusion or disagreement over whether it is an exhibition or a sanctioned fight, that uncertainty could slightly weaken trust and reduce long-term hype.
I feel the demand is going to match up to the expectations.
Better. I think that demand-wise, look, people are always going to have comments. They're always going to have something to say. A lot of people are excited. A lot of people are saying, oh, this fight's not going to do that great. Or why are they doing this? They're so old. They're this, that. Those are going to be the first people that are going to want to watch it. I think leading up closer to the fight, when people start seeing their training camp videos, they're going to be like, wow, like this is not a joke. These guys are in serious conditioning, right? There's a lot of time you see boxers, they're in their early 20s, they're great. And when they hit their mid 30s, they're completely out and they just can't continue anymore. These guys are different. They're built different. They are different. There's a reason why they're global icons, not just...
According to Jazz Mather, the proposed rematch between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao is expected to be scheduled for 10 to 12 rounds. The bout is also being discussed under conditions such as 8-ounce gloves, with the aim of balancing competitiveness with safety given both fighters are in the later stages of their careers. The final details, especially the exact round count and weight limit, are still subject to confirmation as negotiations continue between both camps.
Into some of the key particulars as well. How many rounds is the fight? What weight will it be contested at? What ounce gloves will be used? Can you share some details there?
So 10 to 12 rounds, 8-ounce gloves. The weight has not been confirmed yet. Okay, we're still waiting on Floyd's side for this one, but it'll be we're hoping around 147 is what Manny wants.
Gotcha. And it sounds like the rounds could be either 10 or 12?
10 or 12, yeah.
And these will be 3-minute rounds?
Yeah.